Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is Monday. Whoa, how about that? Monday on Unapologetically Keith. Woo, we're back after a long weekend. Let me turn this down so I can introduce myself. Who was that? Tony Braxton. Another sad song. Okay, let me turn that off before Facebook flags my video. Good evening, guys. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Keith KL Belvin here, and you are tuned in to another night of Unapologetically Keith every Monday and Wednesday and Friday, 9:30 to 10 o'clock on Facebook Live, Periscope, and YouTube Live. And we're working on LinkedIn. They're moving a little slow. We're gonna get on that. So I want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and remember, I cannot see you if you've tuned in. So the only way that I'll know you're there is if you comment in the chat room. And if you do, I will gladly say hello to you. That is something that I love to do when I know people are listening. So I always get a kick out of that. Also, if you're watching on Periscope, please make sure that you're tapping the screen, adding hearts. Even if you're watching in replay, you can tap the screen and add hearts to it. I am happy to be reconnected to my Periscope folks over there. So God bless you. So with that said, guys, another night. Tonight we're talking about what romance could look like in your relationship. What could it look like? Now, I do understand that by saying that, I know some single folks are going to be mad at me, but I get it. I know some single folks may be very mad at me, but hey, Kim, how we doing? Thank you for stopping in tonight. But, if you're single, you can still add some of the things I'm going to talk about tonight. I wasn't sure how many things I was going to add to my list tonight, and I was going to maybe take some cues from the chat room. So I have a list. I put together a little list. I actually have a much longer list. Hey, good evening. Who's that? Oh, good evening, Sister Smith is here. Hey, straight up. Hey, Larry. What up, Trini? Trini is in. Good to have you guys here. Great. Okay, so first of all, good evening, everyone. I'm glad that you're here. So I want you all to put one thing. What does romance mean to you guys? Just real quick in the chat room. Give me one or two words of what romance is to you guys, because I can tell you what it means. But what is romance to you guys? Because I want to discuss like what that can look like in a relationship, because I think we've gotten away from romance. We've gotten away from adding that which is romance. So you guys in the chat from Kim, Sister Smith, Larry, Tony. I'm sorry, I don't know, Tony, which one you like, Tony or Sister Smith? Whichever one. You tell me which one and I'll call you. Give me something what romance is to you guys. Let me speak to me now. Talk to me. All right, because if you look over my right shoulder here, right, and you see that banner there with my wife and I, Tony. Okay, I got you, Tony. I got you. Thank you, Tony. If you look over my right shoulder here at my banner, this is the one that my wife and I take out when we go to when we do different events and stuff like that. And I always say, you see that comfortable look on her face? I put that there because I had to put in a lot of work because of the damage that I did when I was cheating before we got married. So every day of the marriage, I make sure that she has that comfortable, secure look on her face, and that real comfortable. That's the reason why we made that picture, the picture and the banner that we have out. And so what do you say romance is? What's up, Flex? Good evening, brother Flex. So what is romance to you guys? I got 5 things I chose that you could do to add some romance, but I just want to get an idea what your definition is. So for me, romance is the feeling, that intimate feeling that two people have between each other, the thing that connects them, caring and true love. Is romance true love though, Tony? I got the caring part, but is it true love? Can I be romantic with somebody and not be in love with them? To me, it's letting her know I got her. Okay, got you, Larry, like that. And the reason why I asked that question is because this is actually what creates a difficulty with romance, is that if we're not on the same frequency, then what I might think is romantic may not be. So that's the reason why I asked. And Tony, that's a good one. If true love is part of romance, I got that. But I just want to ask a question. Can I be romantic without being truly in love? Because I was a romantic dude back in the day. I like to think I'm still a romantic guy. And so I think romance to me is that connection that two people have, and it's a mutual connection with the idea of trying to make a stronger bond. And I think romance is born from that. Is that what the two of you have in a mutual connection to each other? Now, love makes the romance even stronger. Trust me, I do believe that. But I don't know if you necessarily have to have it, simply because there's been a lot of women that I've been romantic with, but I wasn't in love. But hey, shout out to the queen. Hey, Nikita. Nikita's here. So yeah, so the question tonight is how romance could look in your relationship. So I'm just asking everyone, what does romance look like to you? So we've heard from Tony, who said it's caring and true love. Larry said to him, it's letting her know I got her, which is romantic. I agree. And like I said, Tony said caring and true love, which I agree. So anybody else, feel free. So I want to add some things, because here's the thing, is that romance is a verb. It is an action word, and you have to make sure that you are being romantic. Let's see. Tony says, well, if you're being romantic, you should love the person from a woman's perspective. Okay. Listen, I can't argue with you. If that's what romance is for you, I got you. Because again, that's very important. And I think these are conversations that I think people need to have when they're dating, to really get an understanding of what romance is. Because again, each person knows what works for them, and each person has a feeling of what they would like to get from their interactions with someone. And you can stoke that once you have an idea of what a person likes, what a person loves. And if romance is, and Tony, if you feel love needs to be there for romance, nothing wrong with that. All right. And if your partner understands that, well, then he knows the work that he has to put in to get close to you. And I think that's something that makes it very important to both folks, is that I noticed that in today, in a lot of relationships that I work with and talk to, a lot of people don't have that love language and that romantic language down in terms of what each person needs. So it's almost like romance kinds of go off to the side. Okay, brother T to the Y, my condolences, T to the Y, and you must add the Jones. I will rarely speak. I will listen though through most of the live show. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Well, I hope that I will listen through. Okay, I got you, brother. I always like when you interject, because you bring something to the thing. But I'm glad you're here, T to the Y. And as I told you, my condolences, brother. Trust me, I'm going through it myself. But now, so I wrote 5 things down. Actually, I wrote a whole lot of things, but I didn't want to shape it that way, where I was like, here's 5 things that you can do. So what I did was I came up with 5, and I got a bunch more that I'll probably maybe talk about on Wednesday. We'll see how things go with this discussion. So what I want to do is I want to give you one, and we can talk that one. Okay, here's one that I think is necessary that can stoke romance. Trying something new with your significant other. And I'm not just talking sexually, because a lot of people go, yeah, let's do something new. Okay, you can. Listen, and that spices things up too. If it is sexual, if that's where you two have gotten with it, if that's where you are in your relationship. But I'm talking about in general, whether it's going somewhere to eat, activities. And right now, COVID has created a strong problem for everybody, because we can't move about and go and do the things that we want to do. And a lot of this is pre-COVID, because within COVID, you have to be very, very smart. And if you're not living with your significant other, it's even more difficult with everything that's going on. So I would say whatever you put into place, please be safe. It's very difficult, especially when I go out there and see everybody who don't want to wear a mask. But we're not going to turn this into a COVID thing. Hey, Toya, long walks on the beach at night. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Try something new. Okay. So now that let's see, we got Toya, we got Flex, we got Ty, we got Tony, we got Nikita, we got Larry. Okay. So what would be something new that you would think would be romantic? Give me something new. Not something that you've done, something that you would like to do that would be new for you. So Flex says long walks on the beach. I got a feeling that he might have walked before on the beach, but if not, what would be something new? Because I've traveled a lot, I've partied a lot, I've done a lot of romantic things. I really would have to think about what would be something new. I've cooked for women. I've definitely cooked for Tiff. I've surprises, gifts. Man, I don't know what would be new. I would have to think about this one. Ooh, skydiving. I don't know if that's good for big brothers. I ain't even gonna front. I wouldn't mind trying skydiving, but I got a long way to go. Maybe when I get small, I'll jump out of plane. I don't see too many big brothers jumping out of plane, man. Plus, we fall a lot harder than smaller folks. So I don't know. That's a lot to be trusting on a parachute. A trip to Paris. Ooh, okay, yeah, Flex. I feel you. They say Paris is the city of romance. So yes, I feel that. Skydiving. Got Toya jumping out planes. Flex going to. I'm teaching my husband to do a pedicure. Oh, here we go. The little things. I tried that. It's not cute. Pedicure. I can cut a nail or two. I can paint a nail. Pedicures, I know. I'll rub some feet though. That's me. I'll rub my baby's feet when I come in and I sit on the edge of the bed. She put her feet up. I be like, bring them big swollen feet over here. I got you. You've been on your feet all day. So yeah. The question is romantic. The question is romantic something. What? The question is Toya, you are educated too. I'm about to punch you in the head for that question. Look at that. The question is romantic something new. What? Try something. You gotta help me out with that question, Toya. See, wait till we start bowling again. Help me out with that question. But try something new. And again, I think this is where you and your significant other really have to have a conversation to really get out. I was asking you what the question. I figured I'm just messing with you. The question was, well, really not even a question. It was just the first thing that I put up on things that you could do to add romance. Is try something new. T to the Y says anything competitive. I tried something out of the box. I took my girlfriend to shoot archery. Yes. You know, that's funny that you said shooting archery because I've seen that and that's actually pretty cool. I've noticed that a lot of couples are doing the gun ranges now. Axe throwing. I've seen couples going out on axe throwing dates. That would be something new for me, throwing axes. I've been on mini golfing and I've been to the gun range years ago. I haven't been recently. But axe throwing would be something I wouldn't mind trying. I've never been, like golfing where, hitting balls off the tee. That's something I think Tiff and I would try. But, when you have a baby and we ain't got no babysitter, it's kind of tough. But that would be something new that I know we would enjoy. Anything that I think you two would enjoy that's new, I think would be fun. Let's go on to the next one. I like these responses, guys. Keep it going. Here we go. Here's another one, too. Plan regular date nights. Now, this is very, very important. I wrote this on the list because, especially for all my folks that have children like Tiff and I have KL, and we had to really try to figure out, we just don't leave her with anybody. And so because of that, we have to kind of figure out, what that's going to look like with her here, drive a race car. Oh, Toya, and see, Toya, you picking all the non-big man things. So I couldn't hang out with you, Toya, because they don't make race cars for big folks, man. We drive those big, unless they got trucks. I couldn't squeeze into one of those little cars. I might not get out, so I wouldn't take my chance with that. But yes, it's very hard when you have young kids, and that's the other side of romance. So you already know. You got to kind of get it in while they're sleeping. We can be romantic in about 20, 30 minutes when she goes to sleep. And that's going to lead me to another one that I picked too, guys. But plan regular date nights, guys. If it's not something that you've done, I know it may sound corny, but it actually works. If you say, hey, this Saturday we're going to go out, and you plan it and you have an idea where you're going to go, regular date nights. And the older that you get, the more importantly it is to plan your date nights. And I think you can have some fun with that and have an idea where you're going to go if you have a babysitter or something like that, or if you have somebody who can watch a little one, or somewhere where you can take your little one or ones if you have more than one. And again, when you have children, that's just part of what you give up. But plan regular date nights. Let's move on to the next one. Hey, you guys still with me? Let's see. I got Toya, I got Tony, I got Flex, I got T to the Y, I got Larry, and Keita was here earlier. Put a one up if you're with me. Put a one up so I know who's with me. Oh, Kim was here. I missed you, Kim. I'm sorry. I didn't mention Kim earlier. Yeah, Kim. Kim was the first one that popped in. Put a one up if you're still with me, guys. Put a one up so I know who's still rocking with me, and I appreciate you for hanging out with me. I'm about to move on to the third one. So put a one up if you're ready for the third one. And this is going to be interesting because I'm not sure. When I was researching this, I found it interesting. Hey, Pastor Maggie Wilson is on. Hey, sister, how we doing? We're just talking about how to make things romantic or things that can be romantic. I'm just giving you an idea of some things that you can do to add to your romance. And I know it was going to be kind of difficult for my single brothers and sisters, but I'll still offer. So moving on, appreciate you guys with the number ones. Here's another one that I found interesting in my research. Okay. Give back together. Now, when I first read this, I was like, give back together. Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. Give to charities together, picking mutual charities that both of you care about and donating together. One of the studies showed that people consider this romantic. And I was like, really? Okay, that's different. So I added it to my list. I got a list of 12, but I'm only going over 5 tonight. I may go over 5 more on Wednesday. But yeah, give back together, and that by donating time or money or service, whatever. And if you're of the faith, if you're of the Christian faith like me, then donating time and service is what we're supposed to do to help others. That's actually romantic. That you can actually have romance in the idea that both of you are spending time giving to each other's charity, spending time volunteering together. I'm like, okay, I never thought that going out and feeding some folks would turn out to be romantic, but you might be, girl, you looking good the way you pouring that soup right now. Like the way you handed that man that sandwich. I'm gonna see you when this is over. But but yes. No, okay. So Toya said that's different. It really was. When I saw this, when I added it to the list, because this was definitely different. And I'm definitely going to go back and we'll definitely go over the other ones too. So giving back together, doing things together in terms of charity. And I guess it's the time together. And once I sat down and thought about it, I really did. Giving back is good. I enjoyed singing in the choir together. See, there you go. We got a testimony. Talk about it, sister. Oh, Tony. I keep telling you, Sister Smith. I like both. Talk about it, Tony. Listen, I think when Tiff and I do things together, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy it. Player. Retired player flex, retired player. See, you see that look on her face right there? That's why I'm retired. See, I can't have that look if I'm out here running these streets, man. That's why it's up there so folks can see it. That's the look that I bring to the relationship because of what I'm trying to do. But yeah, when Tiff and I do things together, especially when we're out together, we really enjoy it. And we found that by just being together, some of the simplest things are enjoyable, especially when we, are heading back to the hotel and we have a chance to talk about it when we travel and do things like that. It's actually pretty cool. So that's why I added that one to the list. Okay, moving on. Let me get a number 4. Put 4s up in the chat room and I will move on to number 4. And this one is a pre and current COVID one that I'm going to give you. So give me a number 4 if you're ready to move on. And I appreciate all of the feedback. Hey, Queenie's in the house. Hey, Queenie. We're talking about different things that you can add. You can call me Sister Tony either way. Thank you, Tony. I got you. We got Queenie in the house. And Queenie, if you guys don't remember, 55 years that she has been with her hubby. And they are bowlers and very competitive. So trust me, if you see Queenie and her husband out there, don't think just because they're a little older, think you can do something to them. You got to bring your A game because Queenie don't play. And she gets in the pots too. So you want to try to make your money, you have to try to take it from Queenie. All right, thank you for the 4s. We're going to move on. This one is pre and current COVID. Go dancing or just dancing in the house. Let me tell you something. Romance, again, as you guys have talked about, is that connection, that thing. But going dancing, congrats. There you go. Thank you. So Queenie Toya said, beautiful. Congrats to 50. Got you. Going dancing or just dancing in the house. Let me tell you something. Fellas or ladies, throw some music on, grab your significant other and say, hey, come dance with me. And dance for a couple of minutes as if nobody's watching. Of course, pre-COVID, that is definitely something that I would tell couples to go out and do. Just go out and dance. And you ain't got to hit the clubs and and worry about chasing it. Just go out and do you a nice small club, a nice small bar or jazz club, whatever, or you wherever. Go out and tear it up. I was just telling my husband yesterday that there you go. Yeah, I grab my wife all the time. Come dance with me. Dance and sing to it. There you go. You talking about me being a player flex. I see you player. That's right. Sing to her. Dance and sing to her. Dance and sing to him. Because again, it's the contact. It's the bodily contact. It's the letting them know that they mean something to you. That's what stirs the romance. And oh, Sister Wilson, I'm sorry, I missed you, Sister Maggie. I didn't announce your name earlier. I think I did. Finally have someone who can keep up with me on the floor. Oh, I hear you, Toya. I'm not messing with Toya. She ain't playing when it comes to dancing. Y'all go ahead. Listen, my hat's off to him, because if he can keep up with you, you go ahead. You talking about jumping out planes and racing cars. He got to do something to keep up with you. Holy Ghost dancing in the house. There we go. That's how you've been together 55 years. Queenie said, Holy Ghost dancing in the house. Woo. I can only imagine what that looks like. That's got to be romantic. Could you imagine a husband and wife Holy Ghost dancing in the house? Y'all don't hear me. Holy Ghost dancing in the house. Yes. All right, so let me get this last one in here, number 5 for the night. I'm gonna give 5 more on Wednesday. Okay, thank you, Sister. I know, Sister Maggie. I know, Pastor Maggie. I know, I said, I thought I had announced you. This one here, give and receive messages. Let me tell you why this is so overlooked, especially the fellas. Okay, there's nothing more sexy than letting your woman know that you're thinking about her. You dance around house single, but there we go. I said we got a few single folks around here, but yes, listen. If you got to be romantic with yourself. Do your thing. This one here, number 5, give and receive messages. Let me tell you something why this is so romantic, because my wife and I send messages to each other all the time in private, as well as you guys get to see the messages that we send back and forth online. And we're always joking and laughing with each other, because it's a way to remain connected. And it's a way to remain, it's a way to let the other person know you're thinking about them. And just being able to let the world see it. We don't have a problem with letting the world see that we care about each other. And so we send messages, text each other. We send dirty texts back and forth and all that other stuff. So I ain't got to worry about them going to anybody else, because I ain't texting nobody else like that. And send us some hearts. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. And text. And that's the way to use the technology, as well as your social media. And I pop in on her page and I'll say some things, like the other day when she had got up to go to work. I was here with KL, because I'm home with KL during the day. Love the message back and forth. There we go. And Flex said, send us some hearts. Tony says, texting each other. And when I got up, KO was still sleeping. I had got up, was just, getting my eyes. And when you wear glasses, it's interesting when you get up and you can't see anything. And it's funny because I smelled Tiff's perfume. Her perfume was still lingering. And I was like, wow, I was wishing that she was home. So I actually posted on my social media page, it's love when, the smell of your wife's perfume, you want her to be home with you and the baby. And I did. I love when my wife is home, especially on the weekend and when she takes time off from work and we're just all hanging out in the house. But like Toya says, when you get in a text at work, we text each other all the time at work. Sometimes it's inappropriate texting, but we're adults and we're grown and we're married. So, but this is what it is. And that's another thing too, guys, is that when you keep that connection to each other and you're letting somebody know, it brightens their day. And that's romantic. And all of that, everything that we talked about today, I'll go back over it real quick. Number 1, trying something new. Number 2, plan regular date nights. Number 3, give back together. Number 4, go dancing. Number 5, give and receive messages. Very, very important, because, and if you're noticing, some is informal communication, some is formal communication, some is physical. All of that is connected, which goes back to me asking you, what is romantic to you? All of you have a frequency, and your significant other should understand what that frequency is and know, and both of you have to know how to tap into that frequency to create that warm feeling. That's romance. That's romantic. And when you connect it to things that you do, things that you say, things that you can hear, things that you can smell, well, now you're exciting the senses, which drives home the memory even more. And these are things that you need to think about putting on your favorite cologne, wearing your favorite perfume for him or her, whatever's necessary for you to create that connection to the frequency that you share. It's very important because that is the essence of what romance is. So like Tony was saying is that love needs to be there. Now when you can add love, I believe when you can add love to that, oh my God, it heightens everything. Love makes the romance even stronger. So as I mentioned earlier, yes, I've been romantic with people that I didn't love, but I agree with Tony when she says love is needed because it's when it's there, yes, it just makes the romantic part even better. So as we come closer to the end of the hour, so to everyone that's in a relationship, what's let me ask this question. What is it that you find romantic about your significant other? Let me do that. I want to play it safe because I know we're adults and I don't know what type of responses we get if I just ask the wrong question. So I'm gonna keep it PG-13 for the last couple minutes. What are some of the things you find romantic about your significant other? And Maggie, Sister Maggie, our single person who admitted to being single. I don't know who else is single here. And Kim, I think, was here earlier, and I don't know if Kim is in a relationship or not. But let me know what you guys think. So let me run back down. Let me do a quick roll call here. So we got Toya, we got Flex, we got T to the Y, we got Tony, we got Maggie, we got Queenie, we got Lair, we got Nikita, and we got Kim, who have all been in today. I think that's everybody. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I think that is everybody that was on tonight. There we go. So what are some of the things when he's singing around the house? Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I like that one. Tiff sings sometime. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think it's too romantic. I'd be like, oh, but it's my baby, so you kind of go, yeah, baby, yeah, that's good. Oh Lord. Tiff be assaulting music. I'm like, yo, that should be illegal the way you beating that song up like that. I should call the cops. When he opens the door, when he opens the door to me, he's been doing it since day one. Okay, classic romance. Yes, after you, ma'am. Yeah, there we go. That's smooth. I love it. Don't laugh, Toy. It's true. Sometimes Tiffy sing, I'll be like, ooh, good thing I love her, because I'll be like, oh Lord, that's divorce material right there. She just be assaulting R&B sometimes. Like, what are you doing? Sorry for what? What are you sorry for, Tony? Did I say something wrong? I apologize if I did. But I like opening up a door is definitely smooth. Definitely a smooth one. I like that too. When Tiff and I go out, I like to open up the doors for her. That's me, and I hold the door for her. Thank you, Joy. But it's true. Listen, the one thing, and I'll talk about that on Wednesday, is some of these are going to be in my book, Making Marriage Cool Again, because Tiff and I we have a book that we're working on, and it is things that we have seen that make marriage work for us. So we're putting a book together of different things that we've come to lean on that make marriage work for us. We've been together 20 years. August next month we'll make 13 years of marriage. So we're creating a book, Making Marriage Cool Again, and it's a guide just to show some of the things that Tiff and I have put together to make our marriage work that we hope will work for other people's marriage and their relationships. So one is just straight comedy. And Toya can tell, actually, most of you that have been around Tiff and I know that I'm always talking crap and I'm always telling jokes. That's what I do. And I'm always talking trash. Tiff is the quiet one, but this is what we do. And when we are out at events, we've seen people who actually gravitate to us because of the way that we interact with each other. Because we play with each other like we're big kids. We don't care who's around us because we love being around each other. So, and that's something that I hope that you have. But give me again. So let's go. What are some of the things that is romantic about your significant other? We got him singing around the house. We got opening up the doors. Tony, you didn't tell me what you saying sorry for. What happened, Tony? Are you sorry that I got to hear her beating up R&B? Yeah, I feel bad. No. But anybody else? Come on. What else do we got? Who hears me? Talk to me. What are some of the things that's romantic about your partner, your significant other? What are some of the things before we get ready to jump off? Little notes throughout the day and sweet nothings. PG. We're both silly and can just ourselves with each. Yes, there we go. That's what I'm talking about, Toya. And the notes is funny. I got away from that. That's one I might bring back because I guess we text a lot. But yeah, I used to leave notes for Tiff, and I think she saved a couple. Be ourselves with each other. Oh yeah, gotcha. I figured that's what you're saying. Tiff has a couple of the notes that I've written her and cards that I've given her. She saved all those. And so every now and then she'll pull them out and she shows KL and she's like, well, Daddy's always loved me. And sometimes what I do is on our anniversary, I will go back and make the very first meal that we had when we went out to dinner, which was grilled chicken. Oh, no, no, it's okay. Listen, don't mind me when I'm getting at Toya because Toya is a fellow educator, so I like to tease her. Don't worry, if you make mistakes, trust me, nobody makes more mistakes than me when I'm writing online or anywhere else. Tiff is the one that does all the editing for my work anyway, so we're good. Don't you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, our first when we went out, we went to USA Diner. So all my New York folks, USA Diner, right there in Rosedale was the first place that we went out to dinner, and Tiff got grilled chicken over rice with sauteed peppers and tomatoes. And it was like a vegetable medley that came with it. So every now and then for our different anniversaries or just when I'm in the mood, I will cook that meal and recreate that meal for her, for both of us, because that is what, and I thought it sounded good, so I got it too. So that was our first meal together in our relationship. Now, I got a question for you before I jump off. It's almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to hang out for a couple of minutes. Can anyone tell me, by guess, what was the first meal that Tiff and I had as a married couple? What was the first meal that Tiff and I had? Why most men stop giving roses and stop doing things to get you? Just ask and not. Oh, well, you know what it is? They get lazy, Tony. They get lazy. Some men forget that the things that they did during the chase are actually things that they need to keep doing in the relationship because they put the energy into the chase. And then once they've kind of captured their prey, they forget that they need to go back on the hunt, but with that person, not the hunt with the next person. But I know that I was as guilty as that when I was out running the streets, that it was the hunt that excited me. And after I got it, I would kind of get bored and go about my business. But I think what a lot of men, and not just men, women too, we get away from the things that actually created the little seafood. Okay, seafood. Hmm. Hmm. All right, I like that. What type of seafood there? And Pastor, you gotta come down to Dover and pick up seafood from Brappen Crab. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. Also, over in South Jersey, I'm heading over there one of these weekends. There's a gentleman that's Old Town of Pennsgrove, New Jersey. He sells uh, uh it's a it's like a large hero, but it's made of crab, lobster, shrimp, and fish. It's called Zogies. So think of a hoagie with a Z. You can look it up. It's Zogies.com. And he actually has his truck parked in my old community in South Jersey, Pennsgrove, New Jersey. But you can look it up on Instagram, Zogies. Also, if you're looking up for seafood, Brappen, B-R-A. Actually, what am I doing? I can put it right here for you guys. So Brappin. Oh man, King Crab. We just had some. Tiff bought those for Father's Day. She bought those king crab legs. Oh my gosh, you can't get through two. It's oh my gosh. She bought the big box of the king crab legs. They were the colossal crab legs. So 7 covered up my whole grill, and that was the new big grill. That was the first thing that we cooked on the grill was the king crab. They were so fantastic. Oh my gosh. And it was fantastic. But definitely king crab leg seafood is working right there. Okay, so Brappen Crabs is on IG, and the other one, Zogies, IES, I think it's ZOGIS, Zogies.com, I think is the other one. And he has he has a play on the Loch Ness Monster, the Zoc Ness Monster, and it's a gigantic sandwich. It's like $60, but it has like everything on it, and you should check it out if you're ever in South Jersey. And of course, with this COVID thing, it's actually crazy, but there you go. I think that's it, Zogies.com. You can look it up though. But yeah, I mean, like anything else, I think this is where communication is super key with your significant other, being able to share what you consider romantic and also trying to figure out what you can do to create romance. I think a lot of people, and I'm not going to put it just on the brothers, but I think we get a little lazy with, oh, I got their attention, that we stop searching for little things. I'm always trying to do little romantic things for Tiff. It's just my way of saying that I love you. It's my way of saying thank you for being my wife. Thank you for being a great mother to my child, my children. But of course, we have a child here, but my older children too. Tiff was always great with them as well. And little things like that. And the little messages or the pat on the behind here and there to let her know I still think she's sexy. If she walking around naked, I'm like, I think you better put some clothes on. You ain't gonna get to work. hey, you can do that when you're married. Little things like that. So, but the banana bread. You know what? Yes. Well, you know what's funny? That's more me and the princess, Larry, because Tiff doesn't like banana bread. Um, but she enjoys watching me cook. Tiff loves watching me cook, and I do a lot of cooking. Like now that we've moved and she's gotten into the country life, she loves to cook more. But in New York, I did most of the cooking, and she loves watching me cook, and I love cooking for her. And I'll throw things together just to try to figure it out. But the banana bread is more me and the princess because KL is my assistant, and she loves to help me make the banana bread. And I make a mean banana bread sometimes with berries and fruits, and sometimes just with some extra vanilla in it. So yeah, I have some fun with that. I actually haven't played around in the kitchen in a while. I've been playing with this grill and I'm gonna make something. I gotta get out my slow cooker. I'm not sure what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna do something. I'm not sure. We're gonna see. But anything else, guys? Let me see. Anybody got anything else to add? I'm going to get ready to jump off here. I'll be back on Wednesday. We're going to continue this on Wednesday. I got another 5 that I want to go over. But yes, Tiff and I are, well, Tiff, I say me. Tiff helps out. But we're putting a book together, Making Marriage Cool Again. We should have been finished. It was actually an idea that we had 10 years ago. Making Marriage Cool Again. We have about 15 or 16 different ideas on how to make your marriage cool, and little things, little tips that we think that when you add them to your relationship will help heighten your marriage, help heighten your relationship, will actually, bring some type of romance, and just some little things that we've seen and that have worked for us, and we're going to pray that they work for you. So I want to say thank you to everyone that has been on. So let me go back through my list here. Larry, I appreciate you. Sister Maggie, I appreciate you. Sister Tony, I appreciate you. Sister Toya, I appreciate you. We got Queenie, I appreciate you. Flex, Brother Flex, I appreciate you. T to the Y, and you must add the Jones to it. I appreciate you, bro. Nikita, I know you was here. I appreciate you. Kim was here. I appreciate you as well. I think that is everybody. I think that's everybody. Yes, I think so. Oh yeah, no doubt. Listen, it's just this whole COVID thing, bro. It's been crazy. It's really put a damper on some things that Tiff and I want to do. But as we get some things together, now I am going to be doing some online things because I am really in deep thought. I've been really working on some things that I want to do to bring you guys together. I actually want to eventually move to a Google meeting or a Zoom room to be able to have direct conversations with all of you, so I can see all of your faces and just have some Q&A and have some conversations like we're having now. But I want to be able to talk to everybody directly. And so I'm not sure when I'll be setting the Zoom rooms up for you guys to come hang out with me. I'm getting some things together in my practice, and I'm growing. Good night, Queenie. I appreciate you. All the best. And tell your husband I said hello. I hope you guys are really enjoying the book. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Love you. Have a wonderful and blessed night, all of you. But I'm really just working on some changes. This COVID thing has given me a chance to really stop. Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone. That would, yes, thank you, Tony. I'm really working on having a night. I might just put it up in a room. I'm maybe even thinking that instead of talking about my books on Tuesday and Thursday, I might just do a chance in Zoom in the evening and have folks come in and we'll just hang out and we'll talk, and I'll gladly answer any questions that you guys have, and it would give us a chance to really hang out and talk, because I really like to get to know the people that I'm talking with. Some I haven't talked to in a minute, some I have, but just to be able to just, fill you in on some of the things that I'm doing and just what I do as a counselor and, as a crisis and relationship specialist, I'm here to help. And so it's definitely a place that I'm moving, even not even a Zoom room, maybe even a Facebook meeting group, but I probably might do the Zoom room because I can record it and it gives me a chance just to listen and when I go back to it, but we'll see. We'll see. And all of you guys that have gotten your books, thank you. If you can, take a picture. Let me know that you got it. Go to my website and go to the guest book and leave a note. Let me know that you enjoyed the book or that you didn't enjoy the book. If you did, but take a picture. Let me know that you got it. That always helps. I can add those pictures to other things that I do. And so go by Braven Publishing, go by the guest book. All right. So make sure that you like this and you share this. And when you share it, don't just share it blankly. Share it and let somebody know why you're sharing it so they can check it out. And hopefully I've given you reason to support. And please stay tuned. Keep supporting. Keep tuning in. I'll be on tomorrow night, but I may just be cutting back to 3 days. I'm not sure. I enjoy being on every day, so we'll see. But I'll definitely be on tomorrow. And I'm definitely thinking about moving to a Zoom room or one of the Facebook rooms so I can get all you guys in one place and talk. Fun to thank you, Toy. I appreciate that. Make sure you share it. Make sure you like it. Make sure you share it. Let folks know why you're sharing it. Tell them to come check me out. And again, oh, I almost forgot. I am so sorry. Again, if anybody is interested in speaking and if anybody needs an opportunity to talk to me, there's my information right there, bit.ly/talkwithkl. You can set up a free call with me and we can go over, and then from there we can kind of figure out exactly what you need and we can do that. So definitely, that's the easiest way. It takes you directly to my calendar. You pick the time that you want to be able to talk with me and we're good. Doesn't cost you anything. It's a free discovery call, and then we can figure out what can happen from there. You can share that information with folks as well. So I appreciate it. Also, there's the publishing company, as well as you can go by the guest book. If you enjoy the show, stop by my website and leave a word. Tell them why you like the show. Somebody will maybe decide to come by and check me out. So I'm going to get ready to jump off. Thank you so much. I'm glad we had no problems tonight. And let me give you this last one. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. There we go. I want to say God bless. And remember, guys, we can fix this. I believe that. I believe that God has given us everything that we need to fix all the problems that we have. We just got to be able to come to the table and be able to work on that. That's what I do. And that's why I show up. And hopefully, oh, hey, what's going on, Dre? Well, I'm getting ready to drop off, bro. You got to watch the replay, but make sure you hit those hearts on the screen, my brother. Shout out to you, Dre. You missed the fun, bro. We just talked about romance. I'm getting ready to jump off, but definitely I'll be back on Wednesday. We'll pick up the next 5 guys on Wednesday. And I'm definitely interested. Want to hear some more from you. Thank you for the interactions as always. Have a wonderful night, guys. Andre, I'm sorry, bro, that you popped in at the last minute, but make sure you go back and check out the replay. I love you, bro. Make sure you tap that screen and make sure you give some hearts, bro, and let me know what you think, and I'll definitely reach out and talk to you guys. See you tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and we'll be back on the romance tip Wednesday at 9:30. Tomorrow is 10 o'clock. All right? God bless, guys. Take care.